So Bimbo Ademoye, who plays the character of Simi in The Real Us, is the daughter of a bar owner. So The Real Us is a story of a young lady who helps a young lady, Simi, character played by Bimbo Ademoye, who helps her best friend out of poverty. She helps him to rise to fame and wealth. Now, what does he do? He tries to appreciate her, but when fame gets to his head, he turns his back on her. This story is quite similar to Anikulapo, just that this one takes quite a different turn and probably will not have a sequel. So Namdi, who is the main character played by Alex Ekubo, is a graduate turned gateman. So he's a graduate, but due to the crisis in the country, he decides to be a gateman, living in a small apartment with his best friend. Now, they are friends to Simi, whose father owns a bar, and she helps her father run it, together with her sister, character played by Mummy Wa, or Kem's mommy. Now, even though it's quite obvious that Simi has feelings for Namdi, Namdi has friend-zoned Simi. So these people are friends, besties, and Simi helps Namdi with everything. So the story starts with Namdi going for food from Simi. He's dependent on her for almost everything because even though he's working, he has not been paid for close to 5 months. So he's dependent on her, on Simi, for almost everything. Now, Namdi is a skit maker. He's an actor, an upcoming actor who wants to blow. Simi tries to promote all his skits, pushes it to managers, people, investors, just so that they will be able to recognize Namdi and his work. Namdi is very positive that he's going to blow someday and always makes the one promise that when he blows, he's never going to forget Simi. And the interesting thing is, on the flip side, Namdi is eyeing other ladies aside Simi. So he has feelings for other women, though they don't have feelings for him, but he has feelings for almost everybody apart from Simi. Contrary to that, Simi is also busy turning down every proposal, even proposal from rich men that come to the bar, rich influencers that try to get her to notice them. Simi, in her quest to make Namdi blow, keeps sending messages, DMs almost every day, videos of Namdi skits to Andrea, a manager who has a lot of top actors she's managing. While Namdi is busy chasing the likes of Selena and his schoolmates, who have decided not to pay attention to him because he's a nobody, quote unquote. If you've watched to this point, kindly comment below. Bimbo is the real deal. Bimbo is the real deal. I want to see Bimbo is the real deal flying in the comment section. So last, what happened? Simi decides to buy the forms to one of the biggest reality shows in Nigeria, The Real Star. Now, Simi has always been telling Namdi about this reality show, but he just feels he can't stand the chance, so he never bothered to buy forms or even try to get into it. So Simi does sit on the blind side of Namdi. Namdi then has to lodge in the house and becomes a housemate. So fast forward, Simi promotes Namdi, pushes his art, his works, makes a lot of noise for people to vote for him to be able to stay in the house. And eventually, Namdi wins the reality show and is given 15 million naira with a duplex on the island with his own car and a lot of items. That is how Andrea begins to notice Namdi and then decides to sign him. And that was the beginning of the millionaire Namdi. Well, he really does a lot for Simi in return from the beginning. he decides to make her move in with him, gives her money to be able to give to her dad to expand his bar business. He sponsors her through school, does a lot for her in return. But Nnamdi is soon filled with fame. Andrea doesn't make it any simple. Andrea makes this get to his head. And Nnamdi is soon to forget almost everybody that helped him. Now, this is where I leave you to go watch it yourself. Though I loved the movie, I didn't get the part where Simi buys form for Nnamdi. Now, for every reality show I've ever heard, ever watched, I know that you don't just buy form and get picked. You are supposed to go through series of auditions, especially the Big Brother, which is quite similar to this reality show they were trying to portray. Now, these people decide to tell us that Simi has bought forms. Nnamdi has been picked. Next day, no audition, nothing. Next day, Nnamdi is going to live in the house. How is that done? Is it now that he's living in the house before they will do auditioning? I didn't get it. And it seems like they really want to move things fast, so they decided to leave all these details. But on the whole, this is a very good story. If you ask me to rate it, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, which is very fair because this is a very good movie. It is one that is quite full of lessons, one that really teaches us that no matter what happens, no matter where we get to, no matter the heights we get to, we should never forget where we came from and how we started. The characters really delivered in this movie. You didn't see the so much jovial side of Bimbo, though she was very hilarious at points where she needed to. She was the very down-to-earth, very interesting person, but not the so much haywire Bimbo Ademoye we knew, and I loved her for that. Alex Ekubo delivered, giving us all the swag, all the manly life, and that is really worth appreciating. One of the most interesting characters in the movie was Ufot, who played the character of Olisa, the best friend of Nnamdi. The man was so hilarious. He got me really interested in the movie. He was one of my very favorite characters and actors in the movie. He really delivered. On a whole, The Real Us is a movie worth watching and one full of lessons. Go watch it on Ibaka TV and you definitely won't regret it. If not at all, support these amazing actors. They've been very great. The name still remains Mami Abnabuka. If you've not watched my review of Anikulapo, go watch it because you'd love it. Love you, screw.